Okay, what I'm going to do today is I've got some pure silver crystal here that I've been saving up. And what I'm going to do is measure out 10 troy ounces of this pure silver crystal. And then we're going to put it in this melt dish and take it out onto the melt table out there. And we're going to melt it up into a nice 10 troy ounce chunky, fat, big old pure silver bar here. And we're going to stamp it. And we're going to go ahead and list that on my website, on my eBay store for sale, for bids. Starting bid will be 99 cents. And then we'll just go from there. Put it up for maybe a 7-day auction. This is pure silver crystal that's been harvested from my electrolytic silver cell. I hope it's going to fit in this melt dish. It's probably going to take 2 of these little paper cups here of silver to make it into the melt dish. There's 5 troy ounces. And then I'll demonstrate how I stamp the bars. I'll stamp it with 3 tips on there, and then we'll just let it go on my eBay store. I like to put a little bit of extra silver in here. I like my bars to be just a touch overweight. It's way better than being underweight, right? Alright, there's 10.1 troy ounces. That should do it. Now I'm going to go ahead and pour it into my melt dish here. Cover this back up. Alright, got it all in there. And now we'll take it out to the melt table and we'll melt it up and pour it into a graphite mold and make a nice 10 troy ounce bar. Alright, we'll take our melt dish full of silver here and take it out onto our melt table. I got a nice graphite mold here ready to be used to pour the silver bar. Here I'm posing for the camera to show you that I've got a face shield on that's tinted and a face mask so that I don't breathe any of these fumes. And then I've got another darker hood that I put over the camera because the melt dish is going to get way too bright. You wouldn't be able to see anything in there, so I put that hood over the camera lens there so you can see the melt. This entire melt sequence took about 11 minutes. Silver melts at around 1950 degrees or thereabouts. And if you notice, I'm concentrating the flame on the melt dish and not on the silver crystal. And the reason I'm doing that is because if you put that 6,000 degree flame on the silver crystal, what'll happen is it'll vaporize and you'll lose metal. The metal will just vaporize right into the air and just go up in smoke, literally. Alright, now that the silver is just about completely melted, I reach over and I start up my matte gas torch that's pointed at the graphite mold to preheat the mold and to provide a flame for the silver as I pour it into the mold. Sorry for the bad camera angle here. What I'm doing is I'm reaching over, getting the MAPP gas torch, and I use the MAPP gas torch to direct the flame on the molten silver as I pour it into the graphite mold. Alright, it's a nice looking bar there. Came out pretty good. First thing we want to do before we do anything else is weigh it and make sure we're going to be on the weight. And we're at 10.045 troy ounces. That's perfect. Just a touch over on the weight. Go ahead and stamp this up now and show you how to do that. Okay, a little bit of flux came over with the pour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the bar in a glass jar here. I'm going to cover it with some tap water. Like so. And then I'm going to put some little bit of sulfuric acid here. This is Ruto drain cleaner. It's 98% sulfuric acid. I'm just going to add just a touch to this water here. About that much. That's probably just, what, 3 or 4 ml of it. And then we're going to take this over. And I've got a Corningware dish over here on the stove on low heat. And I'm going to let that weak solution, that weak sulfuric acid solution, eat that flux off of the bar. This will take about 10 minutes or so. I can tell when it's done when the bar starts getting little bitty bubbles on it. So we'll wait for about 10 minutes and get that flux off there, and we'll proceed from there. Alright, those are the little bubbles I was talking about. And we've got the temperature up to 68 degrees Celsius, 150 degrees Fahrenheit. So what I'm going to do now is grab me a little pot holder here, carry it over to the sink, and now put some water on. I got a pair of tongs here. We'll transfer this down into the stream of water there and see how this thing's going to come out. There we go. Not bad, got all the flux off of it. Alright, we're ready to stamp this bar. Okay, I've got some metal stamps here. I think these are 1/4 inch, maybe. I got the letters here, the numbers here. I'm just going to go ahead and stamp the bar now. If you look closely here, you'll notice that I'm stamping a 5 on that 10 troy ounce bar by mistake. I make a lot of 5 troy ounce bars and I'm just used to putting a 5 on it. So I made a mistake here, but I'll fix it in a minute. Watch. Can't believe it. I just stamped 5 on there. I meant to stamp 10. I'm so used to making 5 troy ounce bars. I'm going to have to turn that into a 10 now. To fix it, I just took a 0 and stamped over the 5 and then added a 1 to make a 10. That's what you get for trying to videotape yourself in a hurry. This is a good example of why I don't do many of these bars anymore. It's might not look like it, but it's labor intensive. It takes a long time to get this lined up and get these bars stamped correctly. There we are. Okay, just wanted to show the finished bar before I go any further. I've got 999 fine silver. I've got Sri tips stamped into it. I've got the date there. That date is 2018-06-19, which is the 19th of June 2018. And then down here, I don't know if you can see it or not, I put a 5 on there initially. And then I stamped over it with a 0 to make it into a 10. Looks okay. And 10 troy ounces. So that's how the bar looks after I'm done. Alright, here's our 10 troy ounce 999 fine silver bar. I'm going to weigh it one time. I did make an error on it. I put a 5 down there and had to stamp a 0 over it. So anyway, we got 10 troy ounce bar, pure silver here. Let's see if it weighs in good. And it's 10.045 troy ounces of pure silver. Okay, what we'll do now, I've got the 10 troy ounce, nice big chunky bar of silver here. All stamped up and ready to go. Like I said, I made an error on it. I put a 5 down there and then realized I'd done it after I stamped it. So I just stamped a 0 over the top of it. That's 10 troy ounces. It's actually 10.045 troy ounces. And what we'll do is we'll list this on my eBay store. My eBay store name is Baffelous, B-A-F-E-L-O-U-S. And we'll put that on there and put this up for bids. Starting bid will be 99 cents. Put it up for a 7-day auction. So, if you'd like to support my channel and get something out of it while you're doing it, go in there and make you a bid on this pure silver bar. I only ship to United States, USA locations, so there's been some folks coming on from foreign countries trying to check out my items, but unfortunately we only ship to USA locations only. Just wanted to say that in the video so there's no misinterpretation there. So anyway, that'll conclude the video. Please come to my eBay store, B-A-F-E-L-O-U-S, or if you type in my YouTube username, Sri Tips, S-R-E-E-T-I-P-S, then you should be able to pull up my items on my store. Thanks for watching.